Yo, what's up, people? What's happening? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I too loud? Am I not loud enough? Always too loud. Ooh. Looks like I've got a little dangler down here. Both audio and video. Winning! Man, what a day. What a day. I had intended to kick off a stream half an hour earlier so that we could get back into some terp dev stuff, but life got in the way this afternoon and various other responsibilities kept me away. So we're going to have to keep this one a little bit short because of the time difference now between New South Wales and Queensland, or I should say the rest of Australia and Queensland. I'm going to try and target like half an hour before now to get a mixed sort of overlap of times when I'm doing the Wednesday evening stream. But I missed it by half an hour, so I'm going to aim for a 90-minute stream tonight, which means we're going to be doing CTF stuff again. So that's why it says things up here. Hey, Rasta, thanks for coming. Welcome to Atwolf, Gombos, Rasta, and whoever else hasn't spoken and is sitting in the chat. So, I hope you all have your teas. I'm back on the Gyokuro this evening. I haven't had one today, which is why I really need it. But I've just had dinner. So I'm not having any chocolate because I'm full. Packing without tea is very uncivilized. Zocat and Archbishop. Nice to see you guys in as always. Thank you for chiming in. What was for dinner? It was a rushed mixture of meatballs and steamed vegetables. It was good, but man, it was just hectic getting it all ready so the kids can get into bed in time and blah blah blah. Plus Thursday mornings at the moment I'm getting up super early to go rock climbing, which is why I've got to make sure I get the streams done early so I can go to bed, get up early and blah blah blah. You know how it goes. Joshua, thank you for joining in. Nice to see you again, mate. Rocking delicious Irish brekkie. Yeah, the Irish brekkie from T2 is a lovely strong brew. Big fan. Big fan. Relix, hello. Well. Thank you for watching all of the non-live streams until now. It's nice to have you on board. Muchas gracias. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, the new Twitch UI isn't particularly pleasant, not gonna lie. Anyway, we don't have a lot of time, so we should get straight into it, hey? Ooh, Hack for Sec as well. Welcome. It's nice to have some new faces on stream. Sing out if you have any questions or if things don't make sense, all of that sort of stuff. So what I should do really is get straight into it, right? We've got 90 minutes, hard deadline. So let's kick off. So yeah, PicoCTF 2018. Let's pick up from where we left off, right? Now, I think the last thing we did was an assembly or buffer overflow challenge or something similar. But I really think we need to go back and do the ones that I hate that we've skipped. And the first two just happen to be crypto. So anyway, let's just push through. Now, crypto is a particularly big weak point of mine. So if you guys have any insights on how to do this stuff faster and save us all the pain, that would be great. Anyway, let's have a look here. This is one of the ciphers, oldest ciphers in the books. Can you decrypt this message? Let's have a look at what the message contains. Yeah. Let's do the curl thing again. So, crypto, what are we on? Caesar cipher 1. And let's grab this link. Copy, yeah, no check certificate. What does it look like? So it's just a, yeah, I was going to say, surely the cyber chef. Hopefully allow us to do this super easily, right? Favorites. Is there a crypto thingy in here? Encryption decoding. Blowfish. Where's C for Caesar? That's just ROT 13, isn't it, Caesar? It is just ROT 13, right? Yep. Use the search. Is there a search? I can't even. Oh, there it is. Caesar. Ooh, here we go. All right, let's. Yep, there you go. Simple Caesar substitution cipher. Let's add that and. Did that? That doesn't look right. Rotate lowercase, rotate uppercase. Amount. Ooh, Barney's back. Good to see you, man. Maybe I just need to rotate through this until something obvious falls out. It can't just be nonsense. Surely it's going to have like something. I didn't think it would be Rot 13 though. There you go. Just a good old Caesar cipher. Man, that's a bit weak. But not gonna lie, glad it wasn't any harder than that. Did it work? Yay, that's a win. Alright, so next one. I just want to push through these crypto ones because I just hate them so much. Here's another simple cipher. Connect with blah. Okay. Oh, we got some overhanging nonsense from previous. So let's see what this says. Ah. Is that the same every time you connect? No. Maybe this is where the key is, or something along those lines. But I'm guessing that regardless of what we do at this point, nothing happens, it just coughs up. So it's coughing up this exact same text with what looks to be like different alpha. Maybe this is just a classic substitution cipher. Because it seems to be changing each time. So I don't know, let's have a look. Let's take a copy of that and we'll go back to CyberChef because I did see. How do we delete stuff? Get rid of. Trash it all. Substitution cipher. Yep, let's do this. I wonder if there's like a substitution cipher brute force, because that's what it looks like, right? Probably has one of those. Okay, let's have a look. Mono-alphabetic substitution. I'm going to take a copy of that link that you've just shared with me, Relix, and let's see what happens. Let's grab another copy of this stuff. Copy. Alphabetical substitution. There we go. Plain text is English with a probable word manual. Okay, let's go decrypt automatically and see what it comes out with. Cipher solved so many challenges for me. Oh, this one has. Oh, here we go. Ooh, I like this little doohickey that's going on here. This visualization is cool. Is it still going? It looks like it. So there's going to be the thing here. Congrats, here is your flag. This would be it here, right? They really do have a good range of ciphers and solvers. Yeah, cool. Boy, if it could go quicker, that'd be great. It's clearly not doing my work for me fast enough. So this is pretty close. It looks like it's going to get it right very shortly. It's going to swap the T and the R. Hasn't quite nailed it yet. Yeah, that R needs to be an S. Congrats, sir. Yeah. It's getting pretty close. I wonder if there's another one that could beat it. How about brute force substitution? Fast and automated. Let's do that one. Please stop starting the stream as I'm getting ready to head to lunch. Welcome, Tina. Nice to see you again. Sorry about that. I know it's my timing is off. I have no clues. Just let's see what happens. You like this one? Oh, there you go. New packs. You like that one? Does that work? Oh, here we go. Substitution ciphers are solvable. Pretty close. There's got to be a V in there somewhere. Oh, come on. Change the solve method and click the solve button. Okay, so what do we need? We need to say R equals F and ciphers are SOLV, F equals V. Yeah? Is that right? Change from dictionary to auto. Oh, did I not do that? It does say congrats, here are your flags, so substitution. Let's see if this works. PicoCTF. Hey, here we go. That's a winner. Ah, there's still another one. Okay, let's go and do another Caesar. Oh, just look, there's another one here. Pets too. Whew. Tell you what, tries the old patience, doesn't it? Yeah. Is it going to give me the same again? Oh, it's the same. Same plain text every time. Yeah. Is there a brute force visionaire cipher? That would be cool. Clearly the flag is just there. Blaze, yeah, Blaze is visionaire, is it not? That's still going. Let's have a look. Does this site actually have visionaire cipher stuff? Blaze. Here we go. Man, I'm actually really warm. This tea is keeping me warm. Whew. Yeah, so we can solve and use puzzles for... Yeah, okay. So this probably not going to help us anymore. Though it's done its job, clearly. Oh, are we going through burp? Ha! No wonder it's going slow. Come on. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Oh, come on. Hang on, I'll open this in my host machine. It's like the site's gone down. Are you guys able to access that site? That's where I was. Okay, so it's coming back now. Been having some quirky issues with the old internets of late, which is a little bit upsetting. I don't know whether it's my ISP or not, so. Alright, let's paste this in. Automatic decryption. Let's just click automatic and see what happens. I don't want to have to think. I wonder if it's smart enough to do all the work for me. I should go ahead and build a tool that would do this, hey? Number 100. So did the stream die? Oh wow, a bunch of chats just magically appeared. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, like I said, I've been having some really strange issues with my internet connection of late, which is a little bit upsetting. So, I'm really sorry. Yeah, my bad. Cheers. I hope that doesn't happen again, but I have been noticing some surges in this kind of behavior lately. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to chase that up with my ISP. You didn't miss anything. That was just me flailing around trying to figure out what it is that I should be doing. So, yeah. So what are we going to do? We need to find... I actually thought that there was an issue with like my VM, and so I've been Googling in my host machine as well. And so I ended up stumbling on this. And I'm just going to throw the text at it. It's just another please do all of my work for me tool. Hacking at its best, right? Maybe I should just let this go kind of behind the scenes. It's interesting that it's the same ciphertext each time. Encrypted text. Ooh. Ha. Well, well, well. That was actually really quick. Here's the flag in here. Here we go. Although it is all lowercase, is that going to be a problem? Let's hope not. Let's give it a go. PicoCTF. Please work, please work, please work. Ah. Is it all supposed to be uppercase and or lowercase? Original ciphers aren't bad. That's got to be the flag, right? So I wonder why that's not working. What do you guys think? Please tell me that I haven't lost you on stream again and that it is all still... I'm going to have to get a heartbeat or something going to make sure that you're all still with me. Hang on. That would have to be like... I would assume that's going to be an H. And... maybe that was the one thing that was right. There we go. That one worked. Still here. Excellent. Thank you. I do need periodic canary pings from you lovely people. Hurts too. Alright. Let's come back to that. Now we can go into a forensics challenge, we can do a web exploit, we can do another forensics challenge. General skills, yet another crypto. Whoa. Binary exploitation, more crypto, more reversing. What would you guys like to do? Should we do yet another bloody crypto challenge, or should we try something else? What do you guys think? I'm kind of already over just pumping crypto payloads into other websites and having them do the work for me. Whisper Chan serve. We could do a forensics one. We can do a web exploit one. Should we do the web exploit one? Let's do the web one. Close all these off for now. Login.php source code. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, how lovely. This looks like a classic. So what is it searching for? It's looking for any quotes. Validation check just basically says or. With any spaces in it. So this is pretty easy to prove, right? So if we went admin, never save, go away, login failed. If we went admin and played along, if we went or say 1 equals 1, SQL injection detected. Ooh. What we can do is do, what could we do? It's got a dot star with the or. Okay, so as long as it's got or in it, that's bad, right? If we actually got rid of the or and just said that we were admin, would that work? It's not exactly tricky. We just guessed the username and that works, so bit weak source. But you know, it is early. Oh, I just typed that into the wrong one. I do that all the time. The Vault. What a fantastic name for a challenge. Okay, so we've got a couple of forensics ones that we can do. Looks like there's another PicoCTF or some traffic.png. Really? What on earth is this? Hang on, let's send this over here. And what do we got here? How do we zoom? Number of IPs. And we have what I've had a couple of new followers that I haven't called out. Tina Hacks has hosted me. Thank you, Tina. Fateless TV has followed and Speedy Alchemy has followed. Thank you very much, people. Very much appreciated. If this is a forensics challenge, so I have to go through this bloody image and figure out. God, I'm so bad at this. So bad. Odd traffic has been detected on that. We can have more info here. Okay, let's have a look at what the info says. Pretty much exactly that, Slickers. Forensics. What was it called? Lying out. Can't type tonight again. What do you get? No check certificate. You've been given a data set of 4,800 internet traffic logs. For your organization's website, this data set covers the number of unique IP addresses sending requests to the site in 15-minute buckets across 24-hour day. The attached plot will help you see the daily pattern of traffic. You should see 3 spikes of traffic, one in the morning, one at midday, and one in the evening. Your organization needs to help you figure out whether some recent activity indicates unusual behavior. It looks like some logs have higher than usual traffic in their time bucket. Many more unique IP addresses are trying to access site normal. This might be evidence that someone is trying to do something shady. And then we also have to NC to something. So let's do that. Which of these logs have significantly higher traffic than is usual for their time of day? You can see usual traffic on the attached plot. There may be multiple logs with higher than usual traffic, so answer all of them. Give your answer as a list of log underscore ID values separated by spaces. For example, if you want to understand that logs 2 and 7 are the ones with higher than usual traffic, type 2 space 7. Ah, okay, so I actually have to interact with this service in order to do that. Okay, so let's close this off. Nope. And we'll bring the old image over here. And let's zoom out a little bit. So, what do we got? We got 2 a.m. 3:45, which is about here. Pretty much all normal here. So one would assume that, hang on, what do we got? 1200. Anything that goes over 12. So this one here at midday is pretty high. 11, 637, 12 and 13. At 20. It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? 11 is at 6:45, which is about here. So, for example, if you want to answer that, logs 2 and 7 are the ones with higher than usual traffic, type 2 and 7. Yeah, this is a weird challenge. It just kind of, do we get the same every time we go in? Nope, we don't. Okay, so, and if this is all fairly consistent, which of these logs have significantly higher traffic than is usually the time of day? You can see the usual traffic. Okay, so this is what we're expecting on the right, and this is what we're getting on the left. So at 0, we're less than 10,000, so that's not necessarily unusual. Oh, sorry, that's 4:30 in the morning, which is in here. So again, not too bad. At 4:45, we get a spike to 10. That's still kind of around the same. 1100 would be at 7 a.m., which is in here. I don't know whether that counts. 7:30, it's a bit less. So yeah, maybe 2 is the first one. And then 12:30, we've got 1300, which is about here, which looks to be in line. 2 o'clock, 10,000. See that? Oh, that's, hang on. Yeah, 10.0402. That's about what you would expect. Yeah, but then we spike again at 6:45, which is in here at 14:37, which is up here. So yeah, that's about right. Same with 7. 7 o'clock is a little bit less. 8:15. And 9:15. And 10:30. What do you reckon? Incorrect. This is kind of crappy. So many problems. Yeah, the thing is, like, we have to correlate the numbers based on what we're seeing here, right? And it's kind of hard to get them out of the graph. Maybe what I should do is I might move this back to another screen and just flick between the two. Try and get them nice and big, because it's kind of hard to see, right? Okay, so at 1:15 a.m. we've got 11,556. 11,556. 11,000 would be about here. 556. So we're talking sort of this area here, and that's for 1:15 in the morning and 1:30. I would say that's abnormal, wouldn't you? So 0 and 1, abnormally high. 4 is at 6:45. We've got another follower. Warm Horse, thank you for the follow. Nice to have you on board with the rest of the crew. So what was that? 5 o'clock in the morning. So number 4 was 6:45. So this is when it starts picking up. So it's about here. But then again, I think that's okay. So 11:30, it's pretty high, which is about here. And 11:30 is 17. So it's right. Yeah, that's, I'd say, unusually high. So maybe 6, 7, which is a half past, is about 12. 12:30 is 12, nearly 13,000. So that would be in about here. That looks kind of okay. This is going to annoy me. None of these really absolutely look bad. 7:15. 7:15's what about here? So we're getting up around the 1400s again, so that doesn't look so bad. And then at 9, we're at 11,500. It kind of, you know, looks okay, I guess. No, actually no, that's a little bit higher than normal, isn't it? And so would 10,000. I know 10,000's okay. I'm gonna stick in 12 as well. Any ideas, folks? Because this could get dull pretty quickly. It could just be a matter of like pick the ones that just immediately stand out. 11 o'clock is in here, and that's up at just under 12. Yeah, that sounds about right. 12:45 is 14. 5:45. That's in here. That's up around the 12. But that one there's definitely spiked. Man. If the image is constant, you might have to script this. Yeah, I know, but then I have to parse the image. Like actually going right up. Because I have to look at the image and actually correlate this to, I assume, what would be the values. Thing is, like, it says a number of IPs. What does the blue and the orange actually represent? Maybe I should make an effort to read that just a little bit more. More info here. Connect with blah. So, as per the description, in a data set of that many traffic logs, this data set covers a number of unique IP addresses sending requests to the site in 15-minute buckets across 24-hour day. The attached plot will help you see daily pattern. You should see 3 spikes, one morning, midday. You need to help figure out whether some recent activity indicates it looks like some logs have higher than usual traffic in their time bucket. Many more unique IPs are trying to access the site than usual. Yeah, okay, so it is just a matter of correlating. Yeah, I'm thinking of skipping this one and maybe worrying about it another day, but it's not exactly my cup of tea. It's one of those ones that could take bloody forever. Doesn't really feel like the kind of CTFing stuff that I always enjoy doing. What do we got here? Is this... Oh, it's a PCAP. Yeah, busy work for the sake of it, I agree. Should we consider the midpoint in the PNG? I don't know, like that's the thing. This is a range which is deemed acceptable, so I don't know. If you were to look at this and try and correlate times, I mean, you've got some outliers here as well. Does that mean that this is okay? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going for it. We'll come back. I'll think about that another day. Okay, so did we want to do this PCAP? Link location. Still a forensics challenge. What's my name? How do you get no checks to it? Feed in 3 random numbers, have it looping in the background. Nice. brute force approach. Okay, so let's go open another window and we'll open up, not Firefox, Wireshark. And we want to go to forensics. What's my name? Okay. We have some TCP traffic, some TLS traffic. If it says what's my name, is this supposed to be like a DNS lookup? You know what I mean? Protocol UDP. I'm wondering if there's like a DNS request and response that we need to give a shit about here. Where is the port number? Protocol time source. I wonder if there is any DNS traffic in here. Let's have a look. Here we go. Standard query response. There you go. There it is. What's my name? That's my name. How do I copy the value now? Copy value. Ah, that's got to be it. Yeah, there we go. That was a pretty easy one. Even I can do that. Close these ones off. General skills. In a file system, everything's relative. Can you find a way to get a flag from this program? Link the location. Actually, let's go. Have I got a general folder? General. Absolutely relative. Wget. No check certificate. So we'll pull the binary down and we'll have a look at the source as well. No check certificate. Yeah, I'll come back to that one. General. Let's have a look. Alrighty. So let's have a look. So first thing that it's doing is it's trying to open the flag as read and reading in the contents thereof. Then it says try and open a file called permission.txt. And then it tries to read the contents. 5 strings. And then it says here you have the right permissions. It should say RIGHT, should it not? And then spits the flag out. So permission is just 10. This is interesting, isn't it? File 0 I is less than 5 plus plus plus. So read. And what's yes? 3. Okay, so in other words, it's just got to contain the word yes, pretty much. That doesn't look so bad, right? Let's go straight to the server. And we'll do this, I think, directly on the server. This doesn't look so bad. Okay, so we're going to go into temp. And we're going to make... So what we should do is go cd make temp-d. Okay, so we're in a temp folder, and I'm going to cat into... Actually, what should I do? It's going to be reading 5 bytes, but that shouldn't be a problem, right? Assuming that it's all initialized to null. So let's just cat into permission.txt. Yes. Now what bytes are in there? That's okay, because it's only going to read, compare the first 3 characters anyway, right? So now we just need a problems. Absolutely. Yep. LS problems. Ah. Let's just take a copy of this. Okay, so there it is. It's definitely in that location. Now, if we cat the permissions, I bet you it just says... Oh, we can't actually modify the content of that folder, so we don't even need to do that. Let's just run absolutely relative. Oops. Can't type, can I? Does this make sense, by the way? We just run it from a different folder. There you go. Pilfers, we are doing last year's PicoCTF challenge. Challenges, slowly but surely. Taking our sweet ass time to solve some interesting stuff. Anyone else get involved in the missing person? No, I didn't. I'm not doing another Caesar cipher. I'm not doing another one, sorry. Not using string finders to find the size of yes. No, it's not actually. If you look at the source, see how it got yes len is 3. So it's only doing 3 characters. So as long as there's a yes first 3 characters, you're in a good spot. So that wasn't so bad. Did you do this year's Google? Nah, mate, I haven't yet. I decided to do Pico from last year because Pico was on for this year, and just thought it'd be cool to go and do some CTF challenges. Plus, there's been a bit of pressure from the crew to stop doing development all the time, which is why we've been doing this. Although this is the 4th stream that we're doing. I really need to get back to doing Materp. We've got to fix up some transports, and we've got to get channels working. And that will have a decent shelf life when it's done. Anyway, we're actually up to another binary exploitation challenge. How exciting. Go. What do I think about bug bounties? Or is that a general question to everyone? If it's targeted at me, look, I have very mixed feelings about them. I was involved in them in the early days. I don't get involved in them anymore. Thanks, Slickus. I know what you mean. It's different strokes to different folks, right? I mean, the dev streams, particularly with the Materp focus, have a specific goal, and it's not just about doing building a new tool, but educating people on the process and getting them intimately familiar with Materp. But I'm really thinking that there's some gold to be able to archive that series of videos off so that people can learn about Materp off on their own schedules. But it's got to be finished, and the tool, when done, will be really good. I think it'll be really useful. But we've got to get it finished. We've got to get to a V1 so that we can PR and actually get that into the framework, and then more people can start contributing to it. Right, so we have a couple of binary... We have a binary exploitation challenge, I should say. So let's go and do that. Make clear got to learn libc. Let's pull the stuff down. Copy a link location. Everyone loves binaries, right? They just do. Copy a link location. Okay. We can close this off now. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. I am hopeless. Vuln.c. Okay, so what do we got? Maybe this can be used to spawn a shell. Maybe. What do we got here? So this is just a classic. Yeah, let's give you some pointers. Can you go ahead and effectively run system and pass that in? I would assume. Good point. Yeah, look, bug bounties. Not going to get into that right now. Anyway, look, if we chmod vuln, I've got to give it plus X, don't I? It's basically going to spit out a bunch of pointers, at which point, you know, we should be able to go and do stuff. Now, the pointers here are fixed, which isn't surprising. Actually, no, they're not fixed. So does this mean if we go and do this on the server, which I assume that's what they want us to do, maybe we should go and head over there right now. We're going to have to do it over there right now anyway, right? Because the version of libc that's over there on the box is the one that we're going to have to abuse. I wonder if GDB is on the target. Let's have a look. Lucas! Lucas! Oh my god, Lucas is here. I think it's the first time we've seen you for ages, mate. How you been? Okay, so... Oops. Yeah, okay. So if we run vuln, I just want to see if the addresses change. The addresses are not changing. Okay, is GDB on here? Yep. Info F system. Info F system. Where are we? Quit this debugging session. No. Value fetch lazy. Ah, really? That's quite interesting. All right, let's do that again. Run, cancel. That's where system is. So we basically need to overwrite the target buffer with this system call. Jump over the next 4 bytes because that's effectively the return address, and then give it a pointer to the useful string. Oh, would you look at that? Is that a null byte? Is that a really nice troll or what? So the question is, if we run vuln directly, so useful string doesn't have a null byte in it. Okay, so what we're going to do, so I'm just going to spin up Python. In fact, I might do it in a different window. Python. So what's the difference between where system was and, let's say, the write function? So this minus this is that. Okay, so then we basically need to take that difference and add it onto write. Oops. And let's hex that. Okay, so that's the address of system over here. So what we want to do is we want to go we want to get this import struct. We want to go struct.pack as an integer that value, and we want to times that by however many bytes we've got spare. So buff size is 148, which would imply that we need 148, so that's what is it? 120 is 36. Is it 36? 36 times 4? No. 30. Jeez, I'm terrible. 148 on 4. 37. There we go. So we'll grab this and we need to times that by 37. Which would be this, right? So we take that. And we go, are we piping this in? I assume we are. So Python -c, I've got another follower. Elisant, thank you for the follow. Import struct print stock.pack blah and pipe that into vuln. Thanks, exiting now. So what I want it to do is we want to probably add a little bit more. It's going to be at least 37. But I'm going to append, oops, 4 A's. Because I want to smash the save return pointer with something invalid and get a failure. So what else is on the stack? Oh, there we go. So if we take that and we put it in temp input, and then we can go GDB vuln. We can run and put in temp input. Program receive segmentation fault. So info, is it info reg? Why did that break? The IP points to the stack. So maybe then what we should do is regenerate this. We'll leave that with 37. And let's put a few other more identifiable things in. CCCC, That's going to bash something, right? Bang GDB. Run with temp input. There we go. So if we go info reg now, we should see that EIP points to D. That's basically what we want, right? So that means if we do 37, we want 38, 39, 40. So that needs to be 40. It will be 41. I just want to validate that this is doing what I want it to do. Okay, bang GDB. Run with temp input. We should see 4141. Okay, cool. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Okay, so that means that if we do this, we leave that in afterwards, but I'm going to do another. That's going to go to 41. And then we're going to go struct.pack. We're going to add another integer, and this time is going to be whatever this was when we ran it out of GDB. Useful string. Oh, is useful string varying? Maybe they're all varying. Hang on a sec. Yeah, they are changing. All right, so we are going to have to automate this just a little bit. So we know that the offset is basically this. That's our offset. Offset equals blah. Okay? So what we want to know is we want to generate a piece of code that is going to be able to, in fact, we're going to have to automate this. Ugh. Ugh, how awful. Just a sec. I don't think they'll have it on here, will they? Oh, they do! That's really good to know. I'm quite happy about that. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this straight on the server just to keep things sane, right? So we'll go touch. We'll call it sploit.py. And what we want is just going to take this thing here. And we're going to SSH again. Okay. And just take this value just to be sure. So that one there, right? And we're going to vim. Please tell me that vim's installed. User bin and Python. We're going to use Python 2. Port phone. Okay. Now, so here's how it's going to work. We're just going to go p equals pwn.process. If I could type, that'd be super helpful. We'll go right offset equals that. And we need to put the path in at this location. Okay, so from here, we're just going to basically read the whole content in. Now, we need that path from the previous one. Is everyone with me? Oh man, we've got more people. Who's giving away the anonymous gifts again? This happens all the time. I mean, it's very kind, but I'd love to know who it is. Is it you again, Barney? Man, I swear. You guys and your anonymous dones. Alright, at the end we're going to go p.interact regardless, right? Or is it interactive, I believe. Another follow, Killix and Buckhopes. Thanks all. Alright, so what happens when we run exploit.py? Oh, I've got a chmod. Okay, what do we got here? That's me not being able to type. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go p equals, oops. We're just going to go p.recv until, and we're going to read right up to the right string. Okay. And then we're going to go the address of right. So we'll go right address equals the int of p.recvline dot strip. And then just for shizzles, we'll go print the hex of right address. Now actually what I'll do here is I'll print out everything up until then so that we can validate what we're doing is correct. So we get right. Oh no, we don't even get that. Invalid literal for int with base 10. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to put in 16 as the base. This is a cool tune. Okay, so right address is that. So then we need to go system address equals right offset plus right address. Okay, so now we know where system is. And then what we want to do is we want to go useful string, which is basically bin sh address equals the int of p.recvline dot split at space dot strip base 16. So here we're going to go last system address, and we'll call bin sh address as well. Now let's see what happens. That didn't work. No attribute strip, really? Oh yeah, that's right. So rather than recvline split, I've got to get the second value. There we go. That's a much better sign, isn't it? Strip flow. Thank you for the follow too, my friend. It's very kind. There's 37 people on tonight. That's kind of exciting. All right. So what we decided was our payload that we're going to be sending. We'll just go payload equals pwn.pack32 of system address. We're going to be doing that. What was it? 40 times? It was 40, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was 40. And then we need to put in basically what the return address would be when system returns, which we genuinely don't care about. Then we need to put the first argument, which is going to be the clone.p32 of bin sh address. And then basically we want to go, we'll throw away recv until. It says enter a string, right? So we'll just read up to and including that. And then we'll go p.send. Should probably add a new line or something to the end, hey? Let's send the payload and see what happens. Does that make sense? Oops. Yeah, so that didn't have the right amount, does it? It crashed. Process blast stopped with execute. Did I have my offsets wrong again? Did you want to receive the new line? Nah, that's not really that big a deal. Oh, hey, insolence on as well. I think the issue is that I got this wrong. What did I have it do before? It is 40. Yeah, it was 40, wasn't it? And then, yeah. Okay, so now what I need to do is put this to 41. What happened there? Is that right? What am I missing, guys? Offsets for the win, hey? Got EOF. So clearly something is not doing what we want to do. Hello, Gigandi. We're just doing a couple of capture the flag challenges from Pico last year. Welcome to the stream. Clearly, like, we're not actually getting to create a new process here. I'm not seeing that work. But I would assume that, like, my system address calculations are doing the thing. Oh yeah, nice. Yep, OSC is really good value, hey. Yeah, okay, so anyway, we should be, like, these addresses are probably right. What I'd like to be able to do is, can't remember how I do it. I really need to put together like this little reference of stuff that I use all the time, like to do with automating GDB. That would be kind of cool, hey. So what I am going to do is this. Raw input attach now. You ready for this? Genius. Okay, so let's go here, just so that we're in, oops, in the same folder. And then we're going to run our exploit. See where it says attach now. So we're going to go gdb -p pid of vuln. Oop. P requires an argument. Ah, man. So vuln is currently running, but I don't know what its PID is. There's got to be, does anyone know if there's phone tools get PID? Oh, I'm sorry, I should be Googling this on. I want to know, like, how do you get the PID of the process that we're currently attached to? Do you know what I mean? Let me just paste this into the browser so we can all see it rather than me doing it in my host. So what I want to do is, I want to go, where are we looking at placement? Can anyone tell me? No, no, don't want to do that. Phone tools, process. Tubes.process. So when we create a process, it will return an instance of a process, right? So this is a class called process, and that's all well and good. What we want now is, there we go, we've got all these other functions, libs, poll, rec, descend, shutdown, argv, slr, cwd, proc, program, raw, standard error, standard in. There's got to be a PID in here somewhere, right? Where are we? Environment past. Does anyone know? I could have sworn there was a way of actually getting the PID. Kill, file no, returns file number used for reading. Latest GDB. Well, no, I didn't want to automate GDB. What I wanted to do was just get I just want to get the PID. Yeah, so I was looking at that before, which is basically what we had on screen just now in here. Only mutual proc, so descendants of whatever the current PID is. PID by name. PID of. See, I would have thought that when you do PS AUX like this, it would have it listed here, because clearly the process is still running, yeah? Well, os.getPID will get the PID of the Python script, right? So maybe then what we would need to do is like get all of the children out of the current one. But what I wanted to be able to do is just say, here is a reference to a process. Please just give me the PID of it. AUXF, you reckon? Why is it not there? Why is it not there? I don't get it. Because like if I just hit enter now, it will carry on. Yeah, I'm confused, hey. Oh, hang on a second. Is that because it's running under the context of another? That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Okay. Oops. Let's just... Okay. Let's copy this to here. And that should be owned by us then. At which point, we should be able to actually see it when it's running. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so I'm going to do it the other way. Does that make sense? It's because it was running under the context of a different user. Okay, so if we go gdb p PID of vuln. Okay. Now, this should tell us what happened. So here we can actually see that we are effectively where we are. We're in a different world. Right, so I'm going to put this back to 40. Did everyone learn something there? Oops. CCCC. Okay. The pwn process. Oh, okay, is that how it works? That's actually pretty handy. So what you're saying is that I should go attach now and actually give it .format pwn.util.proc.pid of p. Is that what you're saying? Ooh. Did I do that wrong? Yeah, I did. Man, I'm hopeless. Invalid syntax. What did I do? I missed the close bracket. Ooh. Patch now. Module as no... PID of... I'm so bad at computers. Hang on. What? Really? Okay, so we can see the return address. Now let's just have a look at system. 9410. So you can see we're actually way off. Way off. So if we go p right, p system. Maybe our offset calculation is incorrect. Our right offset should be, we'll grab that and we'll subtract this. Oops. Ah, man, I'm hopeless. I'm hopeless. Sorry, my bad. This is me fat fingering Vim really badly. It's not Vim, it's me. So that's system. And right is this value. Now, which one's bigger? I think it's this one. 75E, so yes it is. So right offset. So if right is earlier, then we should be subtracting, not adding. Yeah? So instead, we should be going... That's what we should be doing, yeah? Does that make more sense? I think it does. When will you show us how to use i3? I can do a mini stream on the usage of i3 if you're interested. I don't mind doing that. If there's of interest, of course. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll schedule something like that in then. Okay, so P system. F76369.0, and what did we spit out here? F. That is not correct. 76. Why are we so far off? F75E, so that should be, that's 30 and system. That's definitely further down, so we should get the right address, which we got from there, and then we subtract the offset. That should be fine. I don't understand why that's not right. Let's just quickly check something here to make sure that we've got the address of the string correct. Yeah, we do. So that's definitely read incorrectly. So on the train last month, and myself and the guy next to me both. Ah, nice. That's a win. Didn't see you come on, Splat. Anyway, so clearly my offset calculation here is still incorrect. So let's spit out what right address is and make sure that that's correct. Okay. Forgive me while I fumble a little bit. Ooh. Did I accidentally get rid of something else? Yeah, no. That was done. Raw. I have no idea how I deleted that. Raw input. Attached to format. Pone.util.proc.pid of p exploit GDB continue. What do you mean it's not being run? Did I do something? Ah, yeah. Copy and paste didn't work. Could not attach the process. If your UID matches. let's try this again. GDB. I don't know what's going on. This was working just fine. Could not attach. If your UID matches, check the setting of ptrace scope or try again as root. I actually fat fingered this. I have no idea how this happened. Like I magically reverted a bunch of stuff, didn't I? Okay, my bad. Sorry guys. What I'm gonna do is go gdb-p pid of vuln because that's just a little bit faster. I can just hit up arrow. Okay, so if we look at system, which is this second address, 940F7587. Oh, there we go, nailed it. Right is C0. Yep, okay. Okay. And then that puts that. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So then we just need to increase that by 1. And we're going to attach again to make sure that it's behaving. And I'll show you why, because I actually want to put a breakpoint on system. So break on system. Didn't actually call it then, did it? Did I actually save this? This rinse repeat cycle is a bit much, isn't it? Still correct. There we go. Righto, so we want to have a look at a couple of pointers. And what happened there? Hey, there we go. Alright, so if we do this exact same thing here, but don't bother about trying to attach, what happens? We've got a shell, obviously, so and there we go. Hooray! Did that make sense, what we just did? Any questions as to how this crappy exploit that I just wrote actually works? No? Yes? We're all good? The long and short of it is that we basically just spray this buffer with the calculated address of system all the way down until we overwrite the save return pointer. And then immediately after that we have a fake stack. And the stack needs to contain what is effectively the return address that system will return to once it's finished. And then immediately under that is the first argument. So we just put AAA because we don't really care about anything else when system finishes. And then we give it the pointer to this helpful string because that effectively then calls system with bin.sh. And that gives us an interactive shell which we can then use to read the contents of the file system under the permissions that this thing is running under. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, please let me know. Happy to dive into a little bit more detail. So, with that one out of the way, still got more Caesar ciphers to do. And, oh no, RSA. Ugh, no. Reversing. Let's do a reversing challenge. What have we got? Oh, we've got 5 minutes. Let's get another one done. I like reversing. Be quick or be dead too. Okay, so music. Another executable shows up. Can you run this fast enough too? Copy a link location. We get no check certificate. Iron Maiden reversing, yeah. Okay, let's bomb out of all this stuff. We can exit. And we can cancel out of this and exit too. Alright. Reversing be dead. Okay. Calculating key. You need a faster machine, bye bye. So this is another, what looks to be patching exercise, right? This is main, what have we got in here? Now what I want to do is go I'm just going to cheat here. GDB set register. I think it's pretty much a case of like typing set. Oh, there we go. Set dollar, whatever it is. So we go set EIP equals, and we can skip this line and go straight to this. Info registers. RIP points to main plus 30. 7D, so that didn't work. I need to set RIP, don't I? Where is it? RIP. There we go. So what happens now? Is it just going to sit there forever? Where are we? Ah, it's... Look at this, it's calling fib. Clearly it's calculating a massive Fibonacci. So that's main. Call get key, call print flag. So we just need to skip over that. Basically that's where we want to end up, right? So this is where we want to get to. So let's just set RIP to that and continue. Oh, okay, so this get key function, this as get key, what does it do? Call calculate key and then spit something out. So if we go this as calculate key. Ah, look at this. It's getting the Fibonacci of this, which is a big number. 1026. So if we just cheat and we Google Fibonacci, actually let's just make sure that that's the case. So So EDI obviously is the argument that it's passing in, right? So we should be able to see here. It's recursive too. And is it just going to decrement EDI? Yeah, sub. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just go Fibonacci sequence. Let's have a look. Maybe what we need is Fibonacci calculator. Oops. Cauliflower. Fibonacci see, we don't want bloody Fibonacci calculator. Here we go. Open the Fib calculator. N equals... That's pretty big. Okay, so if that's the key... It says you don't have a fast enough computer, don't you trust the binary? No, I do not. So that, apparently, this here is the answer. That's a big number. So what's interesting though, we should probably validate this as well, is one sec. Oops. Let's go back to having a look at the body of main. So this get key I wonder if it's actually used somewhere. Yeah, right. Break, get key, Alright, so let's just skip this calculate key thing. Because what we want to do instead is go set rip to that. So okay. It does actually return a value and stores it in here. So let's see what this spits out. Done calculating key. Indeed. So, once we get the key, what does it do with it? Sorry, give me a sec, I'm getting a bit all over the place. Break on get key. This calculation is obviously like really, really slow. Should I just be letting it go? Maybe it's just, I've just got to let it go. Which is pretty awful. But in just letting it run, I don't know how long it's going to take. One would assume that it's going to be slow given the way that it's implemented. Yeah. I think it was 1,000 iterations. It shouldn't be that bad. No, it shouldn't be that bad. We're about to find out. So yeah, this is storing a value in this. I assume this was like a global variable. This thing needs to be a beefier virtual machine, doesn't it? It's too slow. Yeah, it shouldn't be that slow. I wonder if is this a dedicated VM? It's a dedicated VM. So let's see where we got to here. We're still in Fib. And EDI is currently 0. Jump is not taken. Ah, hang on. We have another follower, do we? Tamil boys, thank you for the follow. So EAX is 0, which is basically exactly what we would expect. Ret, as these are a bunch of recursive calls, right? And then EAX becomes is 3. Oh, I think I see what it's doing, which is why it's so slow. So what's actually. Okay. So once it's put the key in here, what does it do with it? Print flag. Maybe we were just overthinking. Decrypt flag. What is it doing? I'm guessing it's just going to be doing like an XOR style thing. No, it's doing a little bit more than that. Or is this it here? Yeah, it is definitely doing more. What do you guys think? Is this dedicated? I've already answered that, haven't I? I think. I mean, there's a number of approaches that we could take. We could go through and try and understand what this is and how it's doing. But I'm thinking, given that it's not like the hardest reverse engineering challenge that's out there, that it shouldn't be that hard. What do you guys want to do? What do you think? Any ideas? Have I lost you again as my stream bailed out? Ooh, we've got another follow. Shadowless. Thanks for the follow, Shadowless. So everyone's just waiting for me to do it. Probably what we should be doing, right? Maybe what we need to do I'm thinking the thing that's taking the extended period of time is calculating Fibonacci, but it's clearly calculating Fibonacci from from this, right? So EIX calculate key. So again, if we go to disas calculate key. Disas fill. Just to be completely clear. Yeah, so we are passing in what is effectively 402, and as we have already determined, OX402 is 1026, right? So what I want to know is, can we pre-calculate the key? How does it even hold numbers this large in memory? Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Well, the thing is, all it's doing is it's adding, so it will truncate to 64 bits. And it's clearly not using like a big integer library or anything like that. So as it's adding the values together, it's probably just truncating them. I reckon we're just going to have to pre-generate the thing. I mean, hang on a sec. If we took this value, maybe we can cheat even more. I don't even know why I'm doing that. So if this was the actual number, right, and we mod that by 2 to the power of 64, and we get this number, right, which is this. Now I don't know if this is actually going to work or not, but so we want to go get key. First of all, we do want to avoid, so we're going to go disas main, sorry, break on main, and we're going to skip over the set timer, and then we'll break so the key, we basically want to break, at get key, break at get. Okay, if we run that, we skip over set timer, and we can set rip equals OX400882. Make sure that's correct. Yep. And then once we step in here, we can skip over the call to calculate key by going set rip equals OX4007E6. We also want to set racks. Oops. Okay, so racks contains what we've just given it. And rip points to key plus 24, which is here. Hey! Yeah, boy! Check that out. That worked. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Winner! Alright, so that did make my stream run a little bit over time, but I was going to get a bit annoyed if we didn't manage to figure that out. Okay, so did that make sense? Thank you. Did that make sense what I just did? So, to quickly recap and make sure that everyone gets it. When we're looking at the disassembly for calculate key, you can see that it calls fib for 402, which we know is 1026. So when we went to this website over here, we said give us the Fibonacci value for 1026, which is this. But that's the long version. And as, who was it? Mac Hedin. Sorry if I've said your name incorrectly. So correctly stated that how do you have numbers that large when you've only got a 64-bit register? So the answer is it just truncates as it adds more and more. So all I did was modded this with 64 bits so that we got what the truncated value would be. And then going back to our disassembly, at the point that we did the call to print flag, sorry, get key. So you see get key actually calls calculate key, and calculate key returns the result of the Fibonacci. So if we look at get key, you'll see that the result of that call to calculate key, which is in EAX, is stored in here. So all I did was put a breakpoint here and then manually set the value of racks to the value that we computed, truncated to 64 bits, and then just let it go. Does that make sense? And then it did all the magic things for us, which was cool. Because they're just additions. Yeah, exactly. It's because it's just adding, and just the high-end bits get discarded. And you can see here, I mean, it only uses EAX rather than racks. Anyway, so it goes down to 32 bits as well. Yeah, it is exactly that. Yeah, we were in perfect sync there, Lucas. So yeah, anyway, okay, well that nailed a few more challenges for us. Learned some stuff, had some fun. It is close to, I'm past the time that I had intended to, so I am going to wrap it up there. Next stream is going to be a Metapera dev stream, much to the dismay of some of you who I know love this kind of stuff more, which I get, you know. But we have to service the needs of everyone. So anyway, as usual, I am very grateful for everyone tagging along on stream and offering their insights and helping me. Ah, B-Man's here too. Are you the anonymous gifter, B-Man? You've got a history of doing that. I hope it's not you again, man. You got to stop. But yeah, no, I'm really grateful for you coming along. We had a pretty decent turnout tonight. I was really quite surprised. We ended up to nearly 50 people at one point, which is kind of cool. So yeah, thanks very much for joining in, and hopefully I will see you guys on the next stream, even if it is a development one. And as always, in the meantime, be good to each other.